We are back with another video. Today is Monday. Buckle up. Today's video is super interesting because I'll be talking about one of my favorite products when it comes to cosmetics and makeup. If you guys have watched my videos before on what makeup, you guys know I love concealers. I have a soft corner for them. I am obsessed and addicted to buying concealers, and I have quite a few of them today. And today's video is about how I'm going to rank all my concealers from my least favorite to most favorite. So if you're ready, then let's get started. Also, before I start, I want to say that I will be talking about these concealers, each concealer, my thoughts, pros and cons, in a minute or less, because I have with me about 10 concealers over here, and if I go on and on about these, the video is just going to get too long, and I do have a habit of getting rambly. So I have a timer that I will put on my phone over here before I start talking about each concealer. And with that, finally, let's get started. Starting the timer. So the concealer at spot 10 is this one from MAC. It's the MAC Prolongwear Concealer, and I know you guys might be feeling like, what? This is a cult favorite. How can this possibly be on number 10? But sadly it is. I know it has been a favorite of mine as well. I have loved wearing it and using it for the longest time. This is probably the first concealers I ever got in my collection of concealers. The only reason it ranks at number 10 is because the kind of pump system that it comes out with, and you just end up squeezing out product and there's just no way to put it back, because this has a very nice coverage and consistency, but I almost 90% of times end up taking out more product than required, and I've wasted too much product when it comes to this concealer. So for that reason, it's at number 10. Sorry, MAC. My next concealer that ranks at number 9 is this one from LA Girl. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer Focus. Yes, it's a really nice concealer and almost compares to some of the very high-end concealers that I've used, and they're just super expensive. I think it just retails for 500 rupees, which is amazing. It has a great consistency and finish, but for somehow, and the reason I rank it at number 9 is because I either have to double up with the amount of product that I have to use, because for some reason whenever I have worn it, I do always have the darkness through my under eyes peeking through, and I have to either use some sort of a corrector, and I use this one from the same range, the orange corrector, or something else to kind of give it a little bit of a different kind of a coverage, and then go in with this one. So I know that's kind of a dud part, but if you want to try something from the LA Girl range, I would say start from the correctors. They are absolutely bomb. Moving on, my next concealer that ranks in number 8 is this one from MAC. It's the 24-hour Studiofix Concealer, and I have this in the shade, what is the shade? NW32. This is a very nice concealer, definitely very long wearing, and has a very nice finish. The only reason that I rank it at number 8 is because I have had kind of a hit and miss with this one, because some days it has worn pretty nicely on my skin, but there have been days where it has worn very dry. My under eye area almost looked like it was not hydrated. I don't know, it could have been the primer, it could have been that my skin was not doing well, and I could almost make out the demarcation under my eye and my foundation. So I don't know, I have always had this in my kit, but very mixed feelings. So I'm sorry again, MAC, but yeah, not my most favorite. Next concealer that ranks at number 7 is this one from Loreal. It is the Infallible Fullwear Concealer, and I know you guys might be almost feeling like killing me, and this was such a rage on the internet, on YouTube, but somehow I haven't enjoyed wearing this because it does look like the dupe of Tarte Shape Tape, but I haven't enjoyed wearing that as well. My skin is dry to combination, and somehow with concealers which have this kind of a consistency and formula, it just ends up looking too dry on my skin. It is a very definitely full coverage concealer, and you can almost go for a full glam like finish and makeup with this concealer being used, but I somehow just end up using it for covering my blemishes or just adding to my under eyes as a highlighter, but not as a concealer on its own. So I don't know, I'm really sorry, but this is at number 7. My concealer that ranks at number 6 is this one from Maybelline, the Instant Eye Age Rewind Concealer. I really like this concealer, to be honest. I actually, in fact, love it for days when I don't want to wear any makeup, and it is so lightweight, it's so creamy. You can almost skip foundation, just go on with this under your eyes and a little bit around your face, and you can just top up with blush, bronzer, everything, and you can just head out the door. The reason it's at number 6 is because I still don't have the right shade that works as a concealer for me. This shade is caramel, and I kind of use it to color correct my skin and then go in with my regular concealer. because somehow the shade range, even after being extended, they don't have a shade that works as a concealer for me. So if Maybelline India is ever going to listen to this video or watch this video, you guys please get the shade Buff and a few more shades for medium to brown skin girls like me. And yeah, my concealer that ranks at number 5 is this one from Loreal, the Loreal True Match Concealers, and I have this in 2 shades, 7G Golden Amber and 3G Golden Beige, one which works as a concealer and one which works for highlighting. I honestly don't have any negatives about this concealer. In fact, this is one of my most used concealers on a regular basis and for the daily when I don't want a lot of foundation or makeup, and because it has a very light formulation and texture, it goes on and glides on my skin and doesn't feel heavy or cakey whatsoever. If you guys have watched my previous video on concealers and why I like to call concealers the Swiss knife of makeup, if you've not watched it, I'm going to link it somewhere over here. This is the concealer that I use in that, and it's a really nice concealer. The only reason that it's at number 5 is it has a newer version launched, and if only L'Oreal India can upgrade us to the newer version in India as well. Okay, we're getting closer to the favorites now. My concealer at number 4 position is this one from NARS, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I know it's a shocker that it's at number 4 because this foundation of this brand is literally my favorite foundation of all time. The reason the concealer ranks at number 4 is because firstly, I kind of skip on using this concealer on most of the times because it's not so easily available in India, and especially now given the COVID times, nobody is traveling internationally. I'm just not going to be able to get my hands on these very easily. It has a very nice coverage and finish. The shade range is amazing. I have this in 2 shades, Ginger, which is for highlighting, and Biscuit, which is my concealer shade. But like I said, I just kind of skip on using this and save up on it. But somehow I do have a very good dupe that is available in India, and it is this one from Flower Beauty, the Light Illusion Concealer. Oh God, focus, we're running out of time. Focus. Okay, there we go. For Flower Beauty. Time up. This is a very good dupe of this one. A concealer that ranks at number 3 is this one from NYX, the Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer, and you guys know I love the foundation also of this brand and the same range, and this is a great concealer as well. I don't have any negatives to say, but only the fact that there are 2 more that I like a little bit more than this, but this is definitely one of my most used concealers also on the daily. I have this in the shade Neutral Tan, and it has a very nice look, and the way it feels on my skin, doesn't cake up, doesn't get into the creases, no fine lines forming after applying it. Really beautiful concealer. If you want to try out this one from NYX, I definitely recommend. The concealer that ranks at number 2 is this one from Milani, the Conceal and Perfect Concealer. This could almost rank as my number 1 concealer. I absolutely love these concealers. I have this in 2 shades, 140 and 145. Somehow the only reason why I'm ranking them at number 2 is because I do feel that while these 2 shades do work for me pretty well in terms of concealing and highlighting, I feel as a concealer shade I might prefer a shade between the 2 that might be the ideal concealer shade for me, which is not existent. So that's the only reason it's at number 2, but I love these concealers nonetheless. And if you guys haven't tried out this one from Milani, I definitely 100% recommend that you guys check it out. And finally, for my most favorite concealer of all time, ta-da! It's the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I know what a lot of you might be wondering, like, what, this is your most favorite? But honestly, it is. I know a lot of people think that it's very dense, it's very heavy, it's just too thick to use, but you guys, I almost don't see any creasing, any fine lines, any, you know, the concealer settling under my eyes with this one. You guys can see, have this in 3 shades. 1 shade which works as a highlighter, which is Granola, and 2 shades Caramel Corn and Toasted Almond, which kind of I alternate between the 2 depending how my eyes, my under eyes are looking. But I really love these concealers. You basically need to work with a very little product because this is a very heavy duty concealer and you need very little product, and little bit goes a long way. But I do really feel that this is my most favorite concealer of all times. There's no doubt about the fact that I'm not going to be able to sum up my thoughts in 1 minute when it comes to these concealers. But yes, I do recommend this. Definitely, if there's something that you want to try out from the brand, from Huda Beauty, I don't know about everything else, and of course I will probably share that in a different video. But I do definitely recommend that you check out these concealers from HUDA. They're absolutely beautiful and they're absolutely overachieving. So there you have it, guys. All my concealers ranked from my most favorite to my least favorite to the ones that I have mixed feelings about. I honestly, like I said, I enjoyed wearing all these concealers and I recommend all the 10 of them. If you guys want to consider buying or purchasing any one, all the 10 are definitely nice, but it's just in terms of preference, in terms of how I have felt after wearing it on my skin on days when it has worked great on my makeup and days when it hasn't. So which is why I have ranked them the way I did. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more videos from me and What Makeup, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to ring the notifications bell because you don't want to miss my Monday uploads. I'm going to see you guys next time. Have a great week. Stay safe. Bye.